But the bad news doesn't stop there. CNN just dropped some polls of their own that are equally as devastating for the Democrats.
We're getting some new information about how Americans view President Trump's, how he's doing his job.
Yeah, so, CBS News, YouGov came out with a poll earlier today that had him on the positive side of the ledger, and I decided to average all the polls. And you know what? The average of the polls also has him on the positive side of the ledger. All right, let's take a look. Trump's net approval rating on February 9th. Look at this. In 2025, he's at plus 4 points. Look where he was in 2017, his first term at this point. He was at minus 5 points, so he's doing nearly 10 points better on the average. And more than that, as I mentioned, it's not just the CBS News poll. It's the Ipsos poll. It's the Gallup poll. It's the Pew poll. All of these polls have him in better shape than those respective polls had him at this point back in 2017. So the bottom line is, no matter where you look, Donald Trump is more popular than he was 8 years ago at this point.
Yes, the American people are thrilled that they have a real president back in office. We are thrilled that we no longer have a president who is actively working to the demise of our country. We are thrilled that we have a president who is bringing things back to reality and using common sense. And that's the thing that makes the Democrats look so bad and why they're more unpopular than ever, is because it's not even like Trump is doing anything remarkable. He's just returning to common sense. But the stark difference between common sense and what the Biden administration did makes every single thing that Trump is doing seem like a home run. The sheer reality that an executive order was needed to ban men from women's sports is absurd. But Trump signing an executive order to ban that made him look like goddamn Superman. And so it's hilarious that these people who didn't even vote for Trump are screaming about, this isn't what people voted for. No one voted for Elon Musk. No one voted for you to raid through the government, because they're pretentious Democrats who think that they know it all. But this next CNN poll shows that people who voted for Trump, we are happy with what we're seeing. Watch.
Entire first term, just 11 days. Just 11 days was he on the positive side of the ledger. Compare that so far. Every single day, all 20 days so far, he has been on the positive side of the ledger. So he has nearly doubled up the number of days in which he has a positive net approval rating from his first term. And we're only 20 days in. Every single day, Donald Trump has been in positive territory compared to just 11 days during his first term. The bottom line is, no matter which poll you look at, no matter what way you look at it, simply put, Americans like the job that Donald Trump is doing significantly more this time around than they did in his first term, when he just had 11 days in which he had a positive net approval rating compared to already nearly 3 weeks so far, Jessica.
That is pretty incredible to compare those two. So break this down then. Why, do you have any idea why more Americans are approving of his job, of the way he's doing his job this time around?
Yeah, of course, Donald Trump won the 2016 election. He won the 2024 election. But when you went into his first term, there were a lot of folks who simply put did not think that Donald Trump was doing what he promised. Back in April of 2017, it was just 46%. Compare that to 70% so far.
I'll see so many fake interactions on Twitter of Democrats making up these fake scenarios in their head to try to make themselves feel better, saying, I know so many Trump voters who are regretting their vote. This isn't what the people voted for. I know Trump voters are feeling stupid. No one voted for Elon Musk, because they never cared to know what we were voting for. They just assumed we were all racist and misogynistic, and that's why we voted for Trump. They all assumed we were Nazis, but now they want to lecture us on what we voted for and why we wanted Trump in office. Oh, he hasn't lowered the price of eggs. Sure, we all voted for him in part due to the economy. But who else voted for him to end all of the woke nonsense? Who all voted for him to take a wrecking ball to the federal government and end all of this waste and corruption and bureaucracy? Who voted for him to ban men and women's sports and a return to normalcy and a restoration of American pride?